So I'm near the end of Infinite Uppercut. I'm days away at this point. Provided I can get like 2 pages, at least 2 pages done a day for like the next 3 or 4 days. I'm actually aiming to do that just because, oh my god, I hate Windows 11. Sorry. Um, Note I don't even have Windows 11. Just all these update notifications. Just stop. Anyways, I'm aiming to get the comic done by at least before Christmas Eve. Like, I really don't want to be thinking about this anymore once the holidays actually, or yeah, once the holiday actually sets in. Like, once Christmas gets here. Set up the color palette real fast. What am I looking for? Okay. So yeah, almost at the end of the comic. I actually did a much better job of knocking pages out in December than I did in November. It's kind of weird that I'm almost done with this comic now, though. I'm excited to be working on something new, but at the same time, this is all I've pretty much done for the last, what, almost 4 years at this point. Well, being honest, about 2.5, maybe 3. 3 years. What am I talking about? But yeah, this is kind of weird. And I had so much fun working on this. Like I said, I made a comic that I would find funny, regardless as to whether anyone else did or not. What am I missing right now? Okay. God, this was so much fun to work on. Even the days where I really didn't feel like drawing or anything, just the nature of this comic made it somewhat easier. And I think the degree of silliness in this comic made it easier to work on as well. Just something to keep in mind in the future. And who knows, maybe I'll work on Infinite Uppercut again, like in the future or something. No time soon, but maybe I'll work on it later on down the line. The ending is open-ended enough to where if I wanted to, I could continue the comic. So, and I did that intentionally from the start, though I don't think I will be. Who knows? As usual, if you're new to watching me do this, right now I'm just blocking in colors before I actually start doing shading and highlights and whatnot, which you will probably tell just from watching anyways. This has been really difficult, by the way. I've talked about this numerous times over the last couple months, but I really had to like exercise shutting my brain up so that I could just focus on working on Uppercut and getting this done, because I've so been wanting to work on like new comic ideas and whatnot. But I did a better job this month than I did last month of focusing and just hammering this out. It's also crazy too. I just thought about the fact that it'll be the 6-year anniversary, 5 year. When did I start making webcomics official? I want to say the first page of Infinite Uppercut, the first page of Shado Assassins I ever uploaded was January 1st of 2015. So yeah, should be the 6th year that I've been doing this. I've actually got a comic completed, which I don't know, it's still mind blowing to me. And there's so many valuable lessons I learned working on this comic. I think I'll get to those another day. And it's actually prepared me for my little next adventure I end up going on. Wow, I have way too many colors to use for meta, and they're all close in range. It's messing with me a little bit. Also, there's some of you that actually still follow Infinite Uppercut on Webtoon and Tapas. So I've been trying to be a little careful with what I show in these videos and whatnot, 'cause I'm not trying to spoil too much. Also, when I do videos like this, I've kind of been doing some of them out of order, just so no one can kind of gauge what I'm currently doing in the store. I may be thinking too much there, but I just really don't want to be spoiling the comic at all. Thought about even on this channel, especially when we get near the, just because the holidays, I'm not going to have as much content because I'm not going to be working on but so much around this time of year. I thought about doing a couple videos where or doing like a stream on like New Year's Eve, because I'm not going anywhere New Year's Eve and I'm not getting drunk or anything like that. So I thought about just live streaming for a while, just working on art and playing games on the channel. So I don't know why I have just this desire for whatever reason to want to live stream for New Year's Eve, at least for a while before it gets really, really late into the evening. And even that's going to be weird. I've spent the last, like, what, three, I want to say, 2 or 3 New Year's Eves? Yeah. The last 2 or 3 New Year's Eve sort of drawing this, like a good chunk of my life for the last 3 years, 3 or so, however many it's been, has just been working on Infinite Uppercut. And it's like that's coming to an end now. It's crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with myself. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I know I'm gonna find something to do. It's me. But for a while, honestly, what I should do is actually take a much needed break for a while. But I'm not. I already know I'm not. Because as soon as I start getting ideas for my new story, I'm gonna start drawing and working. And I haven't drawn anything for my new comic as well. That's a big thing that, as I promised myself, I wasn't going to start actively drawing anything on this comic until I had Infinite Uppercut completed. And I'm days away at this point from having Uppercut done. So, like, it's a wrap after that. Like, it's time to start drawing. I have so many ideas in my mind. That's why I need to take a break, but I know I'm not going to take much of one. Probably going to have to force myself to do it just so I don't, like, burn out working on anything new for a while. It's also nice now that I'm at the end of my comic to be working on environments and whatnot that I sort of haven't in a while. Environments and characters. I feel like I haven't drawn meta. Like, this is actually one of the first times I've drawn meta. God, I can't even remember last. I know it was sometime in chapter 5, I want to say. And even drawing Genie Nizu right here has been off and on for the last couple of chapters, which he's sort of been like a pop in, pop out type of character anyways. But it's like once I drew the characters sort of on the little tour bus, I haven't drawn meta really since. Oh my god, that's right. I think I officially haven't drawn meta since like the beginning of chapter 5. So, and I also have to remind myself as well, I'm finished with Infinite Uppercut within the next few days. This is less than a week at this point. But I'm not completely done because I still have to upload it to Webtoon because I have to get that buffer out of the way. So, which is a pretty substantial buffer at this point. I think I'm looking at, what was the last chapter 6 buffer I put on Webtoon and Tapas? I think it's up to May. Jesus Christ. March. I don't know when Uppercut is truly going to end as far as my uploads on these webcomic platforms are going to be. So, which is great. That honestly gives me time to promote the freaking comic instead of just worrying about getting it done and working on the pages themselves. God, I've never even thought about that aspect of things before. It's like I actually have a lot of time on my hands to simply just promote Uppercut instead of just having to work on it all the time. So that's actually great. I feel like I've drawn meta looking depressed this entire comic. Which understandably so, but still. Oh, crap. Let's go back up. Forgot something. Okay, for the purposes of this, I'm getting rid of it. There's too much going on with Meta's color palette. I gotta move that just for my brain to function. You know, all those extra colors just seems way too cluttered right there. Just thought about it. I've already shown some massive spoilers in this video, so much from trying to avoid showing too much while doing these type of videos. That's completely out now. But that's also a case of whether anybody would be paying attention or pick up on anything. So, which honestly, I've also had the thought of whether or not I even want to put my next comic on Webtoon or Tapas for that matter, and whether or not I want to direct people into an area online to where I can potentially make money off of my comics, whether that be through a subscription service or whether I just solely put the comic on Patreon, which I've given serious thought to. So that I haven't toyed with yet, but I'll sort of think about that more in depth after I've actually got pages done of the comic. Because learning my lesson from Infinite Uppercut, I don't plan on uploading any part of this comic until at best I've got a couple chapters of this done already. Oh crap. Alright, I'm done. Alright, just need to add lettering and whatnot, but I will do that off camera. In the meantime, you guys let me know what you think. Also, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell notifications so that you actually know I'm alive here. And you all have a good one, and I'm out.